Absolutely. I'm so excited about this. So first of all, let me talk about my record, because over the last, almost 2 years that I've been on council, I've showed people how important housing is for me. Not just because of my personal story. My parents are seniors now living in the city. We need to help make life more affordable. We need to drastically expand the amount of housing in the city. I challenge any other candidate to have a more aggressive pro-housing policy than I do, because I want them to come up with better solutions. I want them to come up with more policies that help it to make it easier to build more housing. So I introduced the motion for fourplexes in the city of Mississauga, because I felt it's really important that we add more of that missing middle, gentle density housing within existing neighborhoods, which is so incredibly important. And I want people to understand too, is that we're not talking about radical change here.
Yes, okay.
I live in a fourplex. Most people don't think of that way, and they're like, no, you live in a semi-detached. I'm like, yes, I have a semi-detached house with basement apartments on both sides.
Interesting. Yes.
That's a fourplex.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right?
Yeah.
But we never thought about it that way.
Yes.
And so all we're doing now is legalizing more options around the city of Mississauga to be able to do what I'm doing right now. And you think about, my parents buying a house 30 years before I did. They live on Mississauga Road. They have a huge house. They paid less for that house than I did for mine. And I'm raising 3 kids, and it's showing you the challenges that each generation is facing. And now we have so many people who are underhoused. They're in single, 1-bedroom units in the city of Mississauga, and they're packing lots of people. And so we need more types of every kind of housing. Not just single family detached. We need duplexes, triplexes, we need garden suites, garage conversions, we need more semis, we need more towns, we need more stacked towns, we need market available housing, we need purpose-built rental, we need affordable housing, we need supportive housing, we need more shelters, and I've done a lot on this work to expand those options here in the city of Mississauga, to increase our shelter options, to have more affordable and supportive housing, and to make it easier to build more purpose-built rental and market housing. Because right now, almost all of our new buildings are market housing. We need to diversify that much more. So we need to create different tracks, and I've done this with dozens of different stakeholders who've given us input around how we can build more purpose-built rental. We give them a separate approval track. We make it quicker and easier. We give them rebates in terms of their application fees. We understand that their economics are different than everyone else's. So if you want to build a rental building, well, then your economics are different because you don't have all that money up front from the deposits from everybody who's buying a condo. But also you have different use for space. You maybe don't need as many parking minimums or parking spots. Maybe if you're closer to transit. We want to create a transit-oriented community. We already know how bad traffic is in Mississauga. So without forcing people out of their cars, we need to give them options. So that means safe and reliable transit, safe and reliable bike network, and to be on the lines and proximity to where the transit is where we should have our new development.
Fantastic. All right. Just going back to the question around just working with the different levels of government, what plans do you have to work with the provincial or the federal government for this?
So everyone is interested in building more housing. And they've given carrots and sticks, and we need to go where the money is and where the priority is. 2 things. One, my motion that approved fourplexes also made sure that we were building along transit corridors and transit lines. That got us $113 million of federal dollars over the next 3 years. So I'm very proud that I'm already working with the minister's office in order to get that funding. There's more that we can do. We need more infrastructure support from them, and we're talking to them about that already. On the provincial government side, we didn't hit our housing targets last year. They set the housing targets. They're using more of a stick approach, but we lost $32 million in funding from the provincial government because we were nowhere close to hitting our targets. We only hit 39% of our housing targets. So we need to do a lot more, because as we continue to fall behind, that's going to cost us more money. So we need to find ways to build more housing, approve more housing quicker, so that we can get closer to hitting our targets, and continue to work with the provincial government as well, because they want to incentivize the right kind of building too. So if we can unlock more lands, provincial lands, federal lands, municipal lands, and then use that to developers, working with them to get more affordable housing built in those spaces, well, then there's the collaboration everybody's looking for.
Now, another critique that comes out is that a lot of times there's vacant houses available. Would you be looking at anything like other cities where they have vacant home taxes or anything like that?
100%.
Okay.
100%. I've been on this at council many times for the last couple of years. Right. Every single time I say, where is it? Where are we on the vacant homes tax? We need a vacant homes tax in Mississauga. We would run it through the region appeal. We need to learn from what Toronto did and how they messed up. But you can see other cities like Vancouver who've done it well,
right.
And we need to learn from that. We need more revenue tools at the city. Affordability is an important issue, and I'm happy to talk more about that in terms of how we're going to make life more affordable. But we also need to expand the revenue tools that are available,
right.
and make sure that we have the funds there to support the building that is necessary, because we need to upgrade our pipes, we need to upgrade our roads, we need to keep investing in transit, and we can do that with more revenue tools like a vacant homes tax.
Fair.